officially ready for another hard-fought NBA battle. A festive atmosphere inside the building as we bring you Friday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. Here with analysts Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaking out. You take a look at the Raptors. They've started strong this year, holding the second-place spot. And, of course, the Charlotte Hornets, well, record-wise, not even in the same conversation.
You know, for the Raptors, you have to really give it to them. I mean, they are backing up all the preseason hype. They've been outstanding early.
It appears to me, though, that this group has all the ingredients for a special season.
So let's take a look at the starters for Toronto. Quickly at point with Barrett by his side. They're the guards. Barnes is the 4 with Pirtle in the middle. And it's Ingram in at small forward. And for the Hornets, Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Miles Bridges is out there with Knipple. We've got a good matchup in the guard position tonight, Clark. Should be a fun battle for the fans.
I agree. I mean, every kid loves to dribble and shoot, so it's a blast to watch the pros do it, the best in the world. Plus, if there's any ankle breaking going on tonight, you know it's going viral. You know, because Ball is so skilled, defenders try to get physical with him, rough him up a bit, but it doesn't faze him. That rarely works against Ball.
Now here's Ingram. The rebound by Bridges. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Charles Lee. We chatted about Scotty Barnes. In terms of the game plan, Coach told me they plan to give Scotty extra attention, saying, quote, "We'll try to make things hard on him. It's key we don't allow him to get into an early groove. We'll see if they can execute." Guys, back to you.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. 6 to shoot. Ball against Ingram. Out to Bridges. Launches a 3. Nails it from 3.
You know, since entering the league, Bridges has really worked tirelessly on his game, especially the three-point shot, and you see the results of that labor.
Now here's Barrett, hovering around 19.5 points a game. His scoring has been huge for them. Great D that time from Miller.
He's hard to stop once he gets to the rim. That's great defense right there.
Oh, it's blocked by Barnes.
Yeah, erasing the shot. Barnes saw it coming and gets there to knock it away.
Oh, and a vicious dunk by Barnes.
Well, you know, he may be a bit undersized at the 4, but he makes up for it with his athleticism.
A skill Scotty Barnes definitely possesses is the ability to guard multiple positions, Grant.
Yeah, he has that blend of quickness and length to smother shooters, and he has the strength to deal with bigger guys, too. Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Ball. We saw him with 11 points in his last game. Pass to Bridges. It's stolen by Barnes. Quickly with the ball. Guarded now by Ball. Tipped. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. And the basket by Bridges.
Well, Bridges is certainly a physical player, and that allows him to convert even when there's contact.
Ingram deciding where to go with it. Six on the shot clock. Outside Barnes. There's the 3. They get it back. Kicks it out to Barrett. Outside Ingram. Goes back up. And there's Toronto with another bucket.
Boy, that's a winning basketball play right there. Hustle hard.
Ball passes to Miller. Back to Ball. Miller finds Ball. From down in the low post, it goes.
This is what height in the backcourt gives you. Ball can get almost anything he wants in there because of that size.
Quickly passes to Barnes. There's a screen. Back to Quickly. And he he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
And it's the Hornets with the ball, following the bucket by the Raptors. Back to Miller, jacks up a three, sinks it from distance.
Love the confidence from this young man. Miller's so quick off the catch.
Ingram on the wing. Inside. The shot by Pirtle, no good. And Ball will bring it up here for Charlotte. They lead by 4. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to the Knicks.
It was poor efficiency scoring the ball. They needed too many attempts to get their points.
Yeah, and I think they just seem to be a page behind, a step slower out there all game.
Rebound, Toronto.
You won't see that from him very often, missing the bunny like that.
And this is year 2 for Coach Charles Lee at the helm of the Hornets, Greg.
Yeah, B.A., a long-time assistant. He knocked on plenty of doors before finally securing the lead role. And that determination to break through, something he's looking to impart to his young roster.
Now here's Bridges. 17 points for him last game against New York. Bridges against Barnes. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention. Okay, a chance to look at some numbers for LaMelo Ball.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
A line change here for Toronto. Charlotte leading by 4. 46 seconds left in the first. They set the pick. Takes a 3. Bobo with the rebound. 2-for-1 opportunity if they can time it right.
Great way to end the quarter.
And again, Toronto no good. Charlotte has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Miller, the pass to Sexton. Pass to Salah. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Their last encounter in Toronto.
They really scrapped out a win last time. Foul trouble on the other side helped them immensely.
You know, whether it was their smart play or a few whistles that perhaps could have gone either way, when games are tight, every decision becomes more magnified.
And we've reached the end of the first quarter. Charlotte on top. They're up by 4. And we'll be back with you shortly. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from Charlotte?
Well, clearly they played well in the first period because of their selfless attitude.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
So on the floor for Toronto to kick off the second quarter. They've got Dick, and it's Mobo in at the center position. That's good from Knipple on the assist by Sexton. And the Hornets lead by 6. Here's Shed. No points yet. Here's Murray Boyles. Nails the baby hook.
That's a gimme right there. That's exactly what you want.
Well, the Hornets shooting about 43% on this one. Plumlee finds Sexton. The Hornets making a switch here. Salon's checked in.
Coming onto the floor for your Hornets, number 31, Tipoff.
And here's Charlotte now. 4-point game. Shot clock at 6. To the middle. Here's Diabate. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Now that we have an opportunity, let's check out the top scoring rookies to date. Second is Con Knipple.
And it's always hard to predict how easily young players will adapt to the league. But on the offensive end, he's really hit the ground running.
Well, you know, hey, as a rookie, it's always hard to earn the respect of coaches, but he's earned every minute he's gotten this season. It's a terrific offensive threat.
Pass to Mobo. Now quickly from behind the arc. On target from range. Quickly's got 5.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
James passes to Sexton. Here's Knipple. Boy, he just disappeared against New York. They needed him. Out to James. Outside Sexton. Charlotte needs to get off a shot. Here's Stallone. Tries yet again. Diabate's shot is good. Diabate's got 4 points now in the quarter.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
To the paint. It's picked off. Sexton against Quickly. Pass to James. Here's Knipple. You know, his stats have been solid, averaging around 18.5 points a game. They recover it. Here's Stallone. Outside for Sexton. And there's a pick. James finds Sexton. Over Quickly. Pass to Sexton. Here's Knipple, guarded by Barrett. James to screen on Barrett. Here's Knipple. And they finally get it to go. A full nice work on the boards and one trip down the floor. And when it comes to taking an offense out of its rhythm, what are some of the primary methods, Grant?
Well, BA, you have to disrupt their flow. That can come from steals, deflections, block shots, even change shots. Anything that makes them feel uncomfortable.
And so now a timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. comes in for Dick. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. Outside Ingram. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
And they're in a better flow this quarter offensively, and their shooting percentage is steadily rising as a result.
And they're starting to heat up is what they're doing. They're on fire. I mean, that's what they need to climb back into this game.
Clock at 6. Here's ball. They grab their own miss. Down low. Here's Knipple. No good. Ooh, good work defensively by Ingram. A knockdown shooter if I ever saw one. Knipple is a constant threat on the perimeter, Grant.
Yeah, Knipple is a high-level floor spacer. He has a great feel for the game and makes solid reads. Plus, his strong frame allows him to match up with bigger wings.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, Raptors coach Darko Rajakovic explained what he's looking for on the offensive end. He said, quote, it's unselfishness, ball and body movement, playing together and making each other better. Also, you have to be able to adjust. Basketball is not set in stone. If it was, it would be a recipe. Guys, back to you.
Yeah, got to roll with the punches. Thank you, Allie. And the basket is good.
You know, you look at Ingram, and he's slight of build, and some folks question whether he could be an effective inside scorer in the NBA with every bucket like that. Those questions are being answered.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Checked in for Charlotte. And let's look in on the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. These are the teams leading the way in assists this season. The Raptors, 4th.
The passing on this team is very strong. They really move the ball, and you can see it in the assist numbers.
1:50 left in the half. Miller outside. Back to ball. Pass to Bridges. Back to ball. Just 5 to shoot. Ball ventures inside and converts.
There are a lot of parts to Ball's game in addition to his jumper. He also can capitalize inside.
Hurdle with a screen on Ball. Here's quickly. Not enough on that one as it misses.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
Barrett against Miller. Here's Ball. Back to Miller. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. The 3. Ball no good.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
Barnes gets it to go inside.
And Barnes doesn't back down from anyone, embracing the contact on the way up.
The kick out to Ball. Pass to Diabate. Now Bridges, covered by Ingram. Miller on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. Knocks down the long J. Miller's got 6 points.
Love to see that kind of activity. He just makes things happen.
Ingram against Bridges. There's 10 seconds left in the first half. Hurdle with a screen on Bridges. The Raptors need to get off a shot. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. It's the Hornets leading by 4. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan at courtside drums. They're measuring up the shot. Let's hear it for our contestants.
Hello there, folks. Toronto Raptors and our featured matchup, which has not disappointed.
I gotta see more fight on the glass. They're in a slugfest. Winning the battle of the boards can swing this game.
But do they have the personnel to do it? I agree with you. They need to do it better, but can they?
Taking a peek now at the upcoming schedule.
In that game against the Knicks, they have to be feeling pretty confident. Good teams win the games they're supposed to. We'll find out how good they are.
You can beat a team and still not be a good team. I want to see how they play.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. Emmanuel quickly with a strong contribution so far in this one.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Raptors trail by 4. Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Knipple out there with Miles Bridges. So that's who Charles Lee starts in the second half. The 11-footer. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Following this one, they get to host the Bulls. And they'll be reaching the back half of a 4-game home stretch. There's a screen to the inside. Stolen by Quickly. Barnes against Bridges. Fades back. Here's Pirtle. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Pirtle is a massive guy, somebody that uses his height exceptionally well to get high-quality looks.
Toronto shooting their first free throws of this game.
It's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
No good on that one. And he's good on the second. Here's Ball. 6 points for him. Pass to Knipple. Back to Ball. Shot clock at 5. It's not going to go for him. Ooh, excellent D there from Quickly. To the middle. Here's Barrett. Great D that time from Miller.
Not the start you want coming out of the locker room, missing 3 straight like that.
Pass to Bridges. Here's Ball. Over Quickly. Ball no good.
That is not the shot you need to be looking for when you're trying to break out of a slump.
during his career, we've seen LaMelo Ball score from just about everywhere, Clark.
Yeah, you know, he's really a talented player. I mean, he can make it hard on any defense. He's always in motion, and he knows what to do when he catches the basketball. And he's unpredictable in how he goes about it. He's a hard cover for sure.
And he lobs it up. Toronto grabs the miss. Colonel's got 6 rebounds in the game. Down low. Stolen by Miller. Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Inside. Ball against Quickly. Now here's Ball. He's covered closely. The shot no good.
Rough start to the third quarter, but give some credit to the defense they're facing.
To the paint. Here's Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
Yeah, it's been a defensive battle, to say the least, partner. Good to see at least somebody got the ball in the basket. Finally.
The 3 from Quickly. Fires in the triple. Quickly's got 10 points in the game.
Defensively, you've got to apply more pressure to a shooter of his caliber.
Pass to Knipple. Back to Ball to win the cold spell. That shot is off.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Ball against Quickly. Ball left side. Over Quickly. Again, the miss by the Hornets.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, Brian. Many have predicted an all-star future for Brandon Miller. He said, I don't really read anything like that. I just focus on what I can do today. It's all about the work. That's the only way to get better. I just came in with the mindset of making my team better and being a winning player. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thanks a lot.
Everybody on your feet. Start the move. Let's see. You must have let your dancing shoes on. Oh yeah.
Abate's checked in for Charlotte. Colin Sexton comes in for Bridges. The Raptors also with a sub. Dick's checked in. Quickly against Sexton. Here's the pick. Over Quickly. Again, the miss by the Hornets.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
Here's Barnes with the tip. Controls the rebound and the putback. Pirtle's got 7 points here in the quarter.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Inside to stop the run, and he takes it up and lays it in.
Ball has wasted no time showing off his passing skills. A really gifted distributor.
Toronto leading by 6. Quickly outside. Has to Dick. The 3 is up. Knipple with the rebound.
You wonder where was the defense that time, but they got lucky.
A minute 20 left in the third. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Ball no good.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
Barrett passes to Pirtle, and he makes it on the layup. And it's 9 points for Jakob Pirtle.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
For Toronto, they've gotten 6 of their first 12 shots to drop in this third. Quickly deciding where to go with it. Outside Dick fires from deep. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Ball against Pirtle. Down low. Diabate. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got 3 assists now in this one. Quickly against Sexton. Now quickly. The 3 is up. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Toronto, leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. They've had incredible success defensively, taking away good looks and pressuring shooters. Back after this. The fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. On the court for Toronto to start the fourth. We've got Brandon Ingram. He's out there with Dick, and it's Walter in at the 2. Toronto leading by 6. Ingram up top. Nifty move. And the layup is up and in.
That's simply a gimme for a player of his caliber. I mean, the defense cannot allow that.
Outside Sexton, into the lane. James, outside. Pass to Knipple. 6 to shoot. To the middle. Second chance effort, and that one's good. McNeely's got his first points of the game.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Outside Dick. To the inside. Here's Mobo. Diabate grabs the board. Diabate's got 8 rebounds in the game. Right side, Sexton. Pass to McNeely. Here's Knipple. That one is off. And a little over a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Outside Ingram. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Outside Sexton to the paint. Here's Diabate. Buries it down low.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. checked in for Charlotte. Ball comes in for James. Jakob Poeltl, he's checked in for Toronto. Gives us a chance to catch up with Ali LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. He told them, no time to celebrate. The work is not finished. We've got to stick with it and keep growing what we've got here. Words of wisdom for his squad. Back to you.
And Ali, thanks.
Who's watching here?
Here's Mobo. Toronto passing it around. Outside Ingram. 5 on the clock. Can't hit that one. Great D that time from Miller. Pass the ball. Down low. It's stolen by Ingram. To end the drought. Here's Shed. Beyond the arc. Mobo can't hit. Pass to Knipple. Now here's Ball. Guarded by Dick. Dick against Ball. Miller outside. Rebounded by Ingram. Toronto leading by 4. Fourth quarter of play and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Again, the miss by Ingram.
He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
Back to Sexton. Lets it go from deep. Drills it from deep. Sexton's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
Oh, how about that? Sexton with a huge bucket, a must hit, and he did.
Dick against Ball. Now Poeltl. Ready off the pass. He lays it in.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. He wants to make sure everyone is aligned, given the situation right now.
It'll be a Raptors time. Up next is, now coming to the floor, your high hip-hop crew.
Both teams making substitutions here.
For your high hip-hop crew.
Hornets trail by 4. And here's Ball. Here's Bridges. There's a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Puts it up. Poeltl rips down the board. Up top Ball. Guarded by Quickly. Cleared away by Ingram. Raptors lead by 4. Now Quickly. Oh, deflected. Stolen by Ball. Outside Bridges.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Guarded by Quickly. Hurdle rips down the board. And so it's Barnes with it. He brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth. Now Hurdle. And he slams it down.
Big effort, big reward for Barrett. Just what a jam.
And for the Hornets, they're shooting around 30% since the fourth quarter got underway. Ball. Outside Miller. He's off from three.
Really hard to stay competitive when you're taking low percentage shots.
Here's quickly. Now Ingram. 1:07 left to play in the fourth quarter. The bucket is good!
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Ball.
The D is fully aware of Ball's threat to score. He took advantage of their anxiousness that time.
First team foul. At the line for your Hornets, LaMelo Ball. Taking 2 shots.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to go. And he can't make the second free throw either. Missed them both. Ingram with the ball. And Bridges picks him up defensively. Now Barnes. Quickly outside. He launches. Yes, sir, with the three.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
Yeah, what a time to put the hammer down. Any hope of a comeback diminished.
Miller outside. They set a pick. Let's loose for three. Hurdle rips down the board. Ball against Quickly. So it's the Raptors winning this one easily. Exceptional effort on the road. They were ready and they were focused.
Focused indeed. I mean, it takes a strong mental approach to block out the distractions. These guys stepped up 100%.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time.